everyone, welcome back to the House of Floss and Fluff. My name is Carrie. Thank you guys for joining me. Today is Friday, January 7th, and I am here with my monthly stitching update. So I know I'm a month behind. December just got away from me. I swear every time I sat down and was like, oh, I'm going to film a video, I'm going to get it uploaded. Something happened. Life happened, and here we are. It's January, and I'm here with my monthly update. It's all good. So I hope everyone out there had a fantastic December. Hope that you had an amazing holiday season, no matter what holiday you celebrate. We had a very nice Christmas here. It was quiet, just the three of us. But of course, everyone got spoiled by Santa. Everyone is doing well, happy, healthy. You know, can't ask for a whole lot more. Not a whole lot else going on. Just busy, school, work, that kind of thing. The animals are doing good. So if you're new to my channel, I am the Floss part of my channel name, the House of Floss and Fluff, and we have the Fluff part was mainly due to our almost 5-year-old Newfoundland Lucy. She's doing well. She just has another ear infection, which has been a chronic issue since we got her. When we took her in this time, the vet said it wasn't too bad. We caught it pretty early, so fingers crossed, hopefully one treatment and she'll be good to go. And then we just recently got 2 kittens in September, Cecilia and Layla, and they are right around 6 months old, 6, 7 months, something like that. And they're doing really well. So growing, they're big, getting into trouble. So, and I'm sure you will hear kittens running around. You might hear Lucy tapping around on the floor. You'll hear the kittens playing. That's life. That is life with a whole lot of fluff running around. It happens. So yeah, and then you may also hear in the background, it is super cold here. We are in a cold snap. So I have my little, we have a kind of a little heater that we run, kind of like those fireplace heaters in our living room, and just to help keep it warm. So you might hear that running. That will probably not be shut off until April. So sorry, gotta bear with that. And then we do also have our humidifier running as well, because of course, winter, it is super, super dry. So sorry, there might be some background noises. I just can't help it with that. But let's move forward, move into what I've been working on the last month. So I think I'm gonna keep going with the setup to my videos, which isn't too drastically different than what I used to do. It's just we're going to do new starts, whips, finishes, fully finished things, gifts, because I have a couple gifts or exchanges to share, and then haul or stash acquisitions, and then we'll wrap it up from there. Okay, so let's dive in and let's get started with why you guys are here, and that's to see what I've been working on. So like I said, we're going to start with the new starts. So every Christmas, you know, right around that December time, I really like to start stitching a Prairie Schooler Santa, and I like to try and get one done a year. And so this was the Santas that I picked to work on this year. This is St. Nicholas from Prairie Schooler, and this was book number 20. And so I decided I was going to start with this one here because I just love the poinsettia. And so I did. That's the first one that I did. So this, I guess, technically it would be it's a partial finish because I did finish the first one that I started. And this is being stitched on a 40 count linen. I'm not sure. It's probably a seraphim, but I don't have a tag or a name for it, but I'm pretty sure it's a seraphim. And his coat, you're going to notice from the picture to what I stitched, his coat is different. I did that by mistake. The symbols for this color and that gold color are kind of similar, and I mixed them up. And instead of ripping it all out, I just went with it. I kind of like the brick color. It's a little different. And then what I decided to do, because it's on 40 count, and so I knew he was going to be smaller because he's on 40 count, I decided that I wanted to turn this into a little bit bigger pillow, and so I'm going to do 4 of them. And so this is the second one, and he is right here. So I'm almost done with him. He's super cute. And then I'm going to pick 2 more, which I'll probably do another one that is facing forward, like this guy. I kind of want to do this one, but I also really like this one, so I'm not sure. And then that'll go here, and then in this bottom corner will be another one that's turned sideways. So maybe like that one, or I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards this one. I really like him, and they would be facing the opposite direction. So that's going to eventually be all 4 of them, and will be made into a big pillow. So kind of, I don't know, kind of a new start, kind of, yeah. It's a partial finish, but we'll call it a new start because I'm still going to be working on it for a bit. Okay, so then on New Year's Day, I always have a new start on New Year's Day, and so I picked this one. This is Bare Tree Forest from Little House Needleworks, and I've had this one in my stash for a little while. In fact, when I bought the pattern, I kitted it up with the fancy flosses, so I actually had the called for fancy floss. So I'm using, oh, I totally forgot. Sorry, can you tell I'm out of practice? On this one, I'm using all the called for threads, except, like I said, this coat color should have been this color. I messed that up, but I am using all of the called for threads, which are all DMC. So see, this is what happens when you don't do this, you get out of practice. So I am using all of the called fors in this, including the 2 Gentle Arts and the 2 Classic Colorworks that were called for because I bought them. And then this is being stitched on a 40 count from Be Stitch Me. I think, I kind of want to say it was Bedrock, but I'm not 100% sure. It's got kind of a pretty little grayish color to it, which it's kind of true, but anyway, and so I got my start, not a huge start. I don't know why. I don't think I was busy that day, but I don't know. Apparently I was busy enough that I didn't really sit down and stitch a whole bunch, but I at least got the snowman done. So, but it's super cute, and I'm going to be excited to have this one done but it's a little bit bigger than I normally stitch. I was surprised. I didn't think it was that much, that it was super big. And then I looked at it and it's actually 193 long by 81 wide, so it's a long piece, but it'll be really cute. And I think on 40 count it'll turn out, it'll be shrunk down, which will be nice for finishing, because I have no idea how I'm gonna finish that, but we'll see. So that was the New Year's Day start, and I'm trying to work on some winter things because eventually, probably this coming week, we're gonna start getting the Christmas stuff down, and I want to be able to leave some winter stuff out, so like my snowmen and stuff that don't say like Merry Christmas or anything, I want to leave out, and so I want to start stitching some other things that are geared towards winter. So you might see that up in upcoming stuff that I'm working on. This one I just started last night. This is called, hold on, I have the pattern. It is called Winter Wishes from Waxing Moon Design. I have it's a PDF, so I'll have to insert the model picture here because I didn't print that out. Excuse me. And that is my start on it. And I'm stitching this on 40 count Frost from Be Stitch Me. I think this was the November fabric of the month, so you guys might not have seen this. I couldn't remember, but this is Frost. Like I said, I am in the Be Stitch Me 40 count even weave fabric, neutral fabric. And so I thought this was really pretty. And then, let me see what the called fors were in this. I don't remember. The called for were weeks, and there's a few DMCs. And I think the only called for that I'm using is 310 black. That's it. Everything else was, I pulled stuff from my stash that is very, very similar to what the called for is. I stayed very close to that. So I've had this one for, I can't remember if I bought this last year or the year before. I think it was the year before. And so I've wanted to stitch this forever, and finally was like, you know what, I'm just going to start it because it's perfect. I'm trying to get winter stuff done. Excuse me. And yeah, want to get lots of winter stuff done, so this will be perfect. And would make a cute little pillow finish too. Okay, so I think that is all, yep, that is all the new starts. Ooh, sorry, and I'm shaking the camera. I'm sorry. Okay, so I pulled out some whips because I am doing Stitch from Stash going into 2022. And I also, so last year my husband set up like daily stitching prompts for me. So like the hashtags, like so many people have, you know, Priscilla and Chelsea from the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch, they have tons of them with like hashtag Merry Monday and hashtag Stars and Stripes Saturday and et cetera, et cetera. And so my husband set some up for me last year. And so I pulled some of the ones that he had set up for me and I put in a couple of my own this year. And so on Wednesdays is my Halloween fall stitching day. So I pulled out this one. This is Witchy Poo from Teresa Kogut. And I saw so many people stitching this last year and I fell in love with her. So I had to get her. And I did kit this one up with all of the called for fancy flosses, and I'm using all the called for DMC as well. So, and I'm stitching this on a 40 count. I have no idea what this is. 40 count linen, probably a seraphim, but I'm not 100% sure. And there she is. So you might be thinking, but I don't ever remember seeing her. So I did start her at like the end of October or the beginning of November, but I had very little done on her. I had this star and I had just like 5 rows of her hat. So it is technically a whip. I just hadn't shown it before because I just didn't have that much done. And so I did put in significant amount of progress, but I had to, I almost was ready to throw this one out the window though, because I started stitching down because I had like the first 5 rows here in the middle part of her hat, and so I started working my way down, and one of the 5 rows that I had stitched was off, so I had to rip it out. And luckily it was just the bottom row, so I was able to just rip out the bottom row of the previous 5 rows that I had and redo it. Not a big deal. The star was fine, everything else was fine, but yeah. And then I had a thread break on me. Yeah, it was a nightmare. It was not the greatest day of stitching that day, but there is some progress at least. And I love this is Artichoke, I think. Is that the, yeah, it's Artichoke from Weeks. And I love that color. It's gonna look so cool. So I can't wait to have her done. She's so pretty. I love witches anyway. Last year was like, that's all I did was stitch witches for Halloween, and it's still going. So, okay, another whip that I pulled out, which Sunday is my day to stitch winter or Christmas. And so I don't know if I pulled this out on Sunday or if I pulled this out on one of my open days, but whatever. This is from Bent Creek. It is Snowmen. It's part of the photo booth series. So this one had the fabric included, which is a 32 count blue linen. And then I am not using the called for colors because the called fors were Weeks and Gentle Arts and I didn't have any of them. So I just used what I had on hand, and I finished the body of the snowman and I put in some more of the framework. Excuse me, all of a sudden I have a scratchy throat. So, but he's coming along. This is so cute. Again, this is another one that I pulled out because I want to have Christmas or non-Christmas stuff for winter stitched, so I can just, my shelves won't be empty until spring. So yeah, I love him. So I would really like to get them done. I don't know, for some reason it's like really slow progress on that one, and I don't know why, because I actually really enjoy stitching it, but I think it's because there's a lot of white or light colors and I have to railroad, and so it just makes my stitching go slower. Okay, so that was new starts and whips. So now we are into finishes. So these are things where all of the stitching is finished, I just haven't turned it into anything yet. Okay, so the first one, this is from the Little Stitcher Shop on Etsy. It is part of her 12 Days of Christmas series. This one is entitled The Day of Finishing. And so I will insert a picture here so you guys can see what the model looks like. And here is mine. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. And so this is on a 28 count. It's a color in cotton, but I'm not sure exactly what the color is. I think it's Sampler Gold maybe, or beige, I'm not sure. But it is a color in cotton. And I did use all of the called fors because I believe it was just DMC that was called for. And so I just used the called for DMC. But I love it. It turned out so cute. It's a really cute series, and it's all kind of more wintry themed. So these would definitely work for me, for my purposes right now, where I'm trying to kind of do things that will stay out on my shelves longer than just Christmas. So, but I love that. Probably get turned into a pillow because, I don't know, my creative juices are not flowing when it comes to finishing anymore. So like things are just getting turned into pillows. I can't help it. Okay, so then I also was working on more of the Barnyard Christmas Ornament series from Melissa at Pinker and Punkin Quilting. It's a blog, and she offers an amazing array of different free patterns. And this is a whole series, and I've been working on them and putting them on a little mini Christmas tree. So I have 2 more finished. So this one is Skiing on the Farm. And isn't that adorable? Oh my god, that goose is so cute. So this is stitched on, it's 28 count Jobelin that I coffee dyed. I had to think about that. And this one used a variety of different flosses. I used a few of the called for DMCs. I used some anchor threads in there, but it turned out so cute. I love it. And then I finished, this is Hanging the Star. And you guys knew I was going to have to stitch this because it has a sheep in it. I mean, I can't resist. This is stitched on 32 count dark cobblestone that I got from 123 Stitch. And this was stitched with, I'm trying to think, I think Cosmo and DMC, but so cute. Oh, I love all the animals. They are adorable. So now I have to decide, I still have a lot of these to fully finish. And I think my little tree is probably going to be full. And so I have some ideas to use some of the other patterns and make like a little bit bigger pillows and stuff. So we'll see. But I need to decide, should I fully finish them now and pack them away with the Christmas stuff? Or should I just save it and fully finish it when it gets closer to Christmas later this year? I don't know. We'll see. I probably should just fully, if I feel like fully finishing it, I should just fully finish them. Okay. So the last finish was a piece I started on the 26th of December. And so I finished this one up pretty quick. And so this is Winter Valentine from the Blue Flower, and I stitched this version. I am probably going to go back and stitch this version as well, but it's going to be a little bit just because I just stitched this one. But it's so pretty. And there it is. Oh, I love this. I can't wait to fully finish this. I love cardinals, and again, this will work great for, as I have said now, I don't know, 10,000 different times, the winter decor for my shelves. But so, so pretty. And I used all the called for DMC except for this green here that's in the heart border. That is an anchor thread because I don't know what happened. Because we went to Green Bay last year and went to Michael's or Joann's, I think it was Michael's, and I kitted up a whole bunch of cardinal projects that I wanted to start and never got them started. And this was one that was kitted up and I was still missing a thread. So I don't know if maybe Michael's didn't have it or I used it in another project. I don't know, but that anchor thread turned out really, it looks really good. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with how it turned out. But oh, I love those cardinals. I could stare at this all day. I love it. And this is stitched on a 40 count Be Stitch Me. I don't think there was a color name on this one, but it was one of the fabrics of the month. So super cute, super, super cute. I love that. Okay, so new starts, whips, and finishes down. So fully finished items left. Okay, so we have Merry Christmas. This is by Barbara Anna and can be found on Creative Poppy. I stitched this, good gracious, I stitched this like, I don't know, a couple years ago. I stitched this as a stitch along with Jen, Upton Stitches, and we both actually finished it. And she finished hers into, I think, a pillow ornament, and I decided I wanted to make mine into a pillow. And it's so cute. I love him. He's just so adorable. And this is stitched on 28 count like ice blue Monaco. I don't know if they make that anymore, but actually it was a really nice fabric to work with. I really like this. And then I did not use the called for colors. I know I ended up switching out colors. And then instead of stitching the centers of the poinsettias, I put in some like little, just like little sticky beads or gems that you would use in scrapbooking. I've used them for a few other things too, but I thought that just turned out really cute. And then that's the backing fabric. And then I put some red, sparkly red rickrack around the edge, but I love it. That turned out so cute. I love Barbariana. Okay, this one is Winterfell Friends. This is from Silver Creek Samplers. This is stitched on a 40 count even weave from Dying for Cross Stitch, which is Kathy. I stitched this, I don't think I used any code for colors in this either. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I don't think I had any of them, but very, very pretty. And then I used fleece, cardinal fleece kind of pattern on the back, and it's upside down. I do that. I really do mean to get everything the correct way, and yeah, and then I don't. It's okay. It's put together and it's all finished. I'm all happy with it. And then there's just some ribbon around for the trim. But super happy with that. Okay, and then this was one I had showed, I think, in my last video. Oh yeah, this was one I had done as a stitch along with Heather. Link is my homeboy. We started this the weekend of Thanksgiving. And so this is Miss Millie's Snow by Teresa Miller, and it can be found in the 2021 winter issue of Punkin Primitive Stitcher magazine. Again, I changed all the colors because I didn't have any of the called fors. This is stitched on a 40 count even weave from Be Stitch Me. I think the other hunk of that fabric, of this fabric, is in here. I'm stitching something else on it, but super cute. And then I used, this was a piece of fabric that Jen Upton Stitches had given me for Christmas several years ago. So I finally used it. It's so cute. I just needed the right project. And then I used just some yarn for the trim. But I love her. She's so cute. Okay, and then I finished, this is Woodland Keeper. This is another Barbariana. It is from the 2017 Winter Christmas issue of Punkin Primitive Stitcher magazine. I don't remember how long ago I stitched this one. Clearly it was around at least around 2017. I think it was after that, but this is stitched on a 36 count. I have no idea. I think it's a 36 count linen. I have no idea what it is though. And I did not use called for colors. I changed this to some random fancy flosses or hand-dyed threads that I had, and then there's some dinky dye silk in there as well. But I love her. She is so pretty. I'm so glad to finally have this one done. And then look at the backing fabric. Isn't that cute? I found this in a bundle of winter or Christmassy fabric at Walmart. I just love the foxes. So that was like perfect. And then I did the same kind of ribbon trim on the edge. So happy to have her done. She's so pretty. Love her. She's striking looking. The fox, that face is just, yeah, I love it. Anyway, and then I have two more of the little Christmas ornaments that I'm doing the Barnyard series. I have a couple more. I finally finished a couple others. So this is Christmas stocking. And I used some black and white check on the back. Otherwise, it's finished the exact same as the other one. And then this one is special delivery. Super cute. So I have 3 fully finished and on my tree. And I have a bunch more that are finished, and I just have to do something with them. So, yes. But like I said, I think my poor little tree is full already. Okay. So now we have haul, stash acquisitions. So for 2021, I did do Stitch and Stash. I did pretty good. I didn't do like the check-ins on Facebook. I just kind of kept track on my own. And I probably forgot a few things here and there, but for the most part, I kept on track really, really well. So the stuff that you're going to see, this is probably going to be way more haul than I've had all year. And it just happened that I had ordered fabric for my birthday. I had placed a few orders for Black Friday and fabric of the month, and then we ended up taking a trip to Green Bay this past week. And so like all of this stuff kind of converged all at once. And so it looks like a ton, but you got to remember I started ordering some of the stuff back in September. So yeah, so we'll start with the haul that I got from the Stitching Bee, which we went there on Monday. And so I did really good. I had my Stitch from Stash budget and I stayed well within it. So I was very proud of myself. I love this one. This is so cute. This is the Cricut Collection Wickedy. So my husband actually found this one. He's like, oh, this is a really cute witch. And I'm like, oh, I've been looking for that one. I've had this in my 1, 2, 3 cart a few times. Yeah. So it was always sold out. And so I'm so happy I got this one. So cute. I cannot wait to start this. And then this was another one. I think I've mentioned before that I wanted to stitch some of the Prairie Schooler acorns. And so she had the patterns there and I was like, yep, I got to get that. So this is book number 65. And I love them. They're so cute. And then my husband found this one. This is La-Di-Da Live, Laugh, Love. And we both really liked it. And so this one calls for 3 Gloriana silks. And so while we were there, I picked out threads for it as well. So I'll show you guys. So those are the threads that I'm going to use. So that should turn out really cute. So I got the Pelican Gray for kind of that grayish green color. And then I got Campfire, which is Classic Colorworks, for the red color. And then we did Carriage Black from Gentle Arts for the blackish color. Because I didn't want it to be super, super dark black. So, okay. So then monthly clubs, I am in the Color and Cotton. Floss of the month, I get the Primitive and Neutrals. So this was December, which I love them. I love her. Angela's Floss, they're just awesome. So super excited for that. And then this was the December, this was the December fabric of the month from Be Stitch Me. This is called Lunar. So it's kind of a pretty gray color. Okay, so now this is stuff that I ordered. This was Black Friday. Leslie, Under the Sea Fabrics, had a coupon code, so I got a couple linens from her. So this is 40 count linen. This is a London Fog, so it's kind of a bluish gray color. And then I got Selkie, another 40 count linen, which is a really nice neutral brown color. So that'll come in handy. And then for my birthday, I had ordered some fabric from Brandy at Be Stitch Me. And that came in, and this is Avocado. This is a linen, 40 count linen. Isn't that gorgeous? I have no idea what I'm going to put on it, but I can't wait to figure it out. Okay, this is 40 count even weave. This is Muddy Puddles. So you can see the even weave dies a little bit later, but I love it. It's so pretty. And then I also ordered another piece of Bedrock because I got a piece of this for one of the fabrics of the month, and I absolutely love it. I've used it for a lot of things. And this one has a little bit more modeling in it, and so super excited. Okay, and then I had some patterns. So I had placed 2 orders, and I can't remember. Oh wait, I can remember. So I have placed an order to Farmer's Attic on Etsy, and I got the first pattern in the new Cottage Garden samplings. So this is the fox. I also have the next one, the swans, on order because that's a series I'm going to try and keep up with this year because I really love it. And then I also got this series. This is Little House Needleworks Fall on the Farm. So these 2 I want to try and keep up with this year, which I should still be able to stay in my Stitch from Stash budget if I just get those 2 series. And like I said, these came from Farmer's Attic on Etsy. And then I got the next 2 from Needlecase Goodies. And so this is the last one from the Cottage Garden Samplings series from last year. I just fell in love with him. He's so cool. And then I love these. These are so cute. So this is Plum Street. This is Polar Pack. And I just had to get that. Okay, so that was my haul. And so lastly, I did an exchange on a Facebook group, and now I can't remember. It was Homespun. I just can't, Homespun. I'll put the name of the group down here because brain is like, nope, we're not going to remember. So I did not ask permission if I could say the name of the person who sent me my absolutely amazing gift. So I will not include her name in this, but the swap was for either a strawberry or a pin cushion or pin keep. And so she sent me this adorable pair. This is, oh my God, look at that. This is amazing. I'm in awe. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much. And then she sent a whole bunch of goodies, but I pulled out this one because we had talked a little bit, and I had mentioned that I wouldn't mind learning how to do some applique, some felt applique and stuff, or wool applique. And so she sent me this kit, which is like everything I need. So this is going to be so much fun to work on. So yeah, isn't that just gorgeous? Oh, I love it. Okay, and then Jen, my wonderful stitchy bestie, sent me just a box load of goodies for Christmas. So I'm not going to show you guys everything, but I did pull out a few. She sent me a whole thing of pens. You can see I already took one out of here. I love pens. I was the kid that was like excited about getting back to school stuff because I love pens, paper, pencils, marker, all that stuff. And I still love them. So this is going to be so much fun because, yeah, I just love all that stuff. And then she sent me some really cute patterns. This is so cute. A little Lizzie Kate. Celebrate 2015, isn't it? Oh, I love Santas. Anyway, I do like to stitch Santas, so that's cute. And then she sent me this pattern from Nikki's Creation. This is Purple Christmas. Sorry for the glare. And I've looked at this so many times and just hadn't pulled the trigger on it. And so now I don't have to. So thank you. So thank you so much to my stitchy wife, Jen, and to my exchange partner. So many goodies. It's so awesome. Okay. So I believe that's everything. So plans. Okay. I never really do plans because I'm not going to lie. I throw it out in the universe and the universe spits it back at me. And it's like, no, you're not sticking to that. So I never have any like concrete plans. I am doing Stitch from Stash again, as I have mentioned. So the haul portion that I had in this video is going to probably drop way back down, which is good because I really don't need much aside from maybe a little bit of fabric here and there, a little bit of floss, but definitely don't need patterns. Like I said, I have my prompts that I'm doing, my daily prompts. Basically Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday are free days. I can just kind of do whatever. Wednesday is my Halloween fall day. Friday is going to remain my Flag Friday, so anything patriotic. Saturday is my sampler Saturday because I started a really big sampler last year and I wanted to set aside a day to kind of work on that one. And then Sunday is my winter or Christmas stitching day. So yeah, I think that's how it's going to go. And I apologize if it cut me off there for a second. Yeah, my phone, it cuts off and it keeps going, but on my end, it keeps going. So I apologize if there's going to be a weird break. But that is kind of how I'm moving forward. I would like to kind of get some whips done, but I'm not going to say I'm not going to start anything because as we've already seen, I failed at that. I've already started stuff. So wherever my stitchy bug takes me, that's where I will go. So today is Friday. Today is my day to stitch something patriotic. I don't know what I'm going to pick yet. I'm going to try and pick a whip though. So yeah, so I think that's about it. So thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today, for seeing what I have been working on and what I've been up to. I hope that y'all have an amazing upcoming January. If you are getting those really freezing cold temperatures, I hope that you stay warm, find someplace warm, snuggle up under a blanket, pull out that stitching, and yeah, stay away from outside because it is cold. So yeah, anyway, so I hope everyone has a fantastic upcoming month and I will see you guys again later. Bye everybody.